And why in the wild world of sports are the owners letting him get away with this? Especially the Yankee owners. You want to know why? Because then they don't have to pay him his freaking money. That's why the Yankee owners aren't saying anything. So there's a catch-22 on both sides. That's why Alex Rodriguez is fighting for his life, and I understand it.
Yeah, because you think about it, whole year gone, pretty much knowing that that's a year of your career, and then there's money wasted. If he comes back in 2015, he will only have 3 years left on that.
They're gonna buy him
remember.
Then they're gonna buy him out.
Yeah, and you got to remember too. The Yankees might even consider doing something, which is ship him out. But remember what we said.
They can't ship him out.
They can't.
They cannot ship him out.
Nobody.
The only thing they can do is buy him out of his contract and just let him go. That's all they can do, or they can keep him on the team and pay him. Those are the only two choices they have. So you might as well forget about any team looking for him or getting him, because it's not going to happen. They can either keep him or buy him out of his contract. Those are the only two options they have, and they know it. It
is true. We move on to other stuff as we are staying in baseball. As everybody knows, the standings. Pittsburgh, of course, is all good.
You really got to keep rubbing that in, don't you?
Yeah.
You really just got to keep rubbing that in, don't you?
Because you know very well, Jeff, that you are betting with Wes, and he wants to get at me and at you.
I'm running out of time. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? Baseball league is getting short now. League's almost winding down now. I need the Pirates to 15-game losing streak.
We got about, 8-9 weeks left to go?
Yeah, I need the Pirates to go on a 15-game losing streak is what I need right now. That's what I need. They're playing too good. They're playing like... And you want to know something? And you know me. I'm not a Pirate fan. I could care less. But Clint Hurdle has done one hell of a job over there, hasn't he?
He's done a heck of a job in Colorado. He turned the Rockies around. He took them to the World Series in 2007. Of course, he got let go in 5. That's how far he took a team. And now he comes into Pittsburgh. And, of course, last year it ended in disappointment. They went 79-83. And all that talk of them making the playoffs was gone. And everybody thought, well, the Pirates won't recover from this. But what he has done is he has just turned the whole franchise around. He's turned the whole team around. He's made them big again. And you know what's also important to keep in mind about the Pirates? They have brought the fan base back. Remember, there were games at PNC Park where they didn't sell out a lot of games because everybody thought, oh, Pittsburgh's not going to be the team. Pretty much it's a football town. It's all about the Pittsburgh Steelers or it's all about the Penguins. He's done a great job with that, and they've been selling out games. And the Pirate fans feel it. They feel like we can finally capture this National League Central. We could get to the playoffs. We can get as far as we can. I still say that when we were talking about it yesterday for the standings, that I still think one team is a threat to the Pirates, though. I would not rule out Atlanta. I still think the Atlanta Braves are a team that has the potential to go deep. And I was thinking maybe it'll be NLDS between Atlanta and Pittsburgh, or maybe a possible National League Championship Series. Remember, they have not played in 21 years, and it would be a rematch from 1992 NLCS. And that was when Jim Leyland was the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Bobby Cox was just starting out the ring of division titles when Atlanta went on that big run, and they were really tough, of course, in the 1990s.
Never went to the freaking World Series. Won all those games and always missed the World Series.
Except for 1 year, 1995. That was the last time Atlanta won a World Series, and that's when they really had a good team that year. They beat the Indians in 6 games.
I'd like to see the Atlanta Braves win the World Series again for Jiminy Cricket's sakes, man.
And how amazing would it be, too, Jeff, if Atlanta does that? They take the World Series, and they win it without Chipper Jones. And remember, I was thinking...
That's going to piss him off. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, Chipper Jones will be proud, because he's like going, they did it without me. I'm very proud. And if you look at Atlanta right now in the National League East, they are another. They have won 13 straight games. They're 10-0 in the last 10 games. been very, very tough to beat. They're just like the Tigers, and eventually the streak won't last forever, and then it'll be a loss, and
They're
somebody
on fire.
will, just like Pittsburgh is.
They're on fire.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And we know Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Cincinnati playoffs start today. Those three would be in it. Atlanta would be in it. And then you'd have the Dodgers from the National League West. And Dodgers continue to roll.
Dodgers continue to roll, and I think you got to say that they got the whole West wrapped all up and taken care of.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so, too.
You know? Yeah, I would think so. So I'm not really too worried about that. It's the Central I'm worried about a lot.
And, of course, in the American League, Detroit continues to roll. They have won 12 straight. They won a huge series, and I do mean a huge series against the Cleveland Indians. I would say right now Detroit's got the American League Central wrapped up. I just think that they have really stepped it up. They've been really red hot since the All-Star break. God, remember, they had a little bit of a slump, but they're coming on, and that should be really good come playoff time when you look at Boston, Detroit, Oakland, Texas, Tampa Bay, but you can't rule out Baltimore. It'll be interesting to see what happens the next, what we call it, 8 or 9 weeks when baseball season winds down. As for the NFL, there are a lot of games going on right now for the NFL this weekend.
Yeah, well, how many games are there for this weekend?
Let's take a look here. I would say we've got about 6, 7 games coming up.
Did you watch any football games last night?
No.
Really? You didn't watch no football games last night?
Yeah, Jeff, I really don't pay attention too much to the preseason. I really don't. I think it just goes on too long.
Well, come on, it's the first game, man.
Yeah.
You know? It's the first game.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I had to see something. I watched the first series of the San Diego Padres. Of the San Diego Chargers last night. With Phillip Rivers and all those guys. I watched that, and then that was the rest of it. I didn't watch anything else. You know, I watched at least the first season. I watched maybe a minute of the Atlanta-Cincinnati game last night as well. So I didn't watch a lot of football myself either, so don't worry.
Yeah. Well, there's just NFL preseason is something I really don't look forward to. It's something I'm not excited about because it's just like a practice game. It's just like a scrimmage, and then you take the key players out, and then all of a sudden it's busier and busier when the season starts. And yeah, heck with college football. I'm not really excited about that too. It's high school and college I could care less about. NFL I'll watch, but hard to believe it's almost here.
Hey, I want to ask Gio a question. Hey, Gio, I know you were here for the beginning of the show when you heard the music. Do you know who that was playing? Which band that was? You don't say nothing, Sean, because I know you know the answer. And neither do you, Dr. Myth, because I know you know the answer, too. Myth, do you know who that was? Yes. You think so? Well, tell me the name of the band that I was playing. That's what I want to know, Joe. No, it wasn't Megadeth. Ha, I gotcha. Sounded like Megadeth, didn't it? Aha! I mean, that's what everybody says when I ask them. That's why I play that, and I know why you say that. I know why you say that. I'll tell you what. I know you know Anthrax, and I know you know Spitz, correct? Well, Danny Spitz is no longer with Anthrax. We know that. He has a new band. It's called Red Lamb. That's Redlamb. Red Lamb. And they're my opening act for every show I do from now on, because I got in touch with Danny, and I got in touch with his manager, and his manager, Danny told his manager to send me their whole album, so I have their whole album, and I'm allowed to play it on my show. And all those songs are written about autism because Danny's two twin boys, have autism. And at the beginning of the year, they were out on their Anarchy for Autism tour. And when they come out there to New York, I'll find out where they're at for you, so you can go and check them out. You'll love it, man. It's great. Yeah, it's Danny Spit. It's Dave Mustaine is involved with them, dude. So I understand why you said Megadeth. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, let's run to our update. Just a little brief music history, and the reason why I play the music I play before each show. Everybody always asks me, Jeff, why do you play that music before the show? Well, there's a reason why I play that music before the show, because it's Danny Spitz's new band called Red Lamb, and most of their songs are written about autism, and a lot of the proceeds goes to Cindy and Danny's Foundation for Autism and all that stuff, and it's a good cause, and I know the guy personally, and I'll be interviewing him sometime down the road and everything like that. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty. Jeff, we all know you beheaded banging away while getting stoned while the music is on. I do. While the music is on, I'm doing my thing, banging my head, freaking going, and then right when I call Sean, I turn everything down, so I don't hear the last two songs, which stink, because I play the last song, which is called Puzzle Box, which is a great song if you listen to it. I play that one, and that's one of my favorite songs, and I don't get to hear it because I'm on the phone with Sean. Rat bastards. All right, hey, this update is brought to you by, that's right, Gio, we got a sponsor, dude. How about that? This update is brought to you by buyhuntingequipment.com. For all your camping gear, fishing gear, hiking gear, and hunting gear, and anything outdoors, head on over to buyhuntingequipment.com. That's buyhuntingequipment.com. Take it away, Sean Man, with the only update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody. Welcome to Sports World Radio on this Friday night, August 9th, 2013. It is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Let's get you caught up on what's going on right now as we speak. Let's start in Major League Baseball. A game that is currently in a rain delay. The Detroit Tigers-New York Yankee game is in a rain delay as they're getting hit with rain. Other games we got going on, it is the bottom of the first inning, and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, they have a 5-0 lead over the Cleveland Indians. Because Cleveland, has been struggling of late. They just got swept by Detroit. Now they're losing against the Angels.
What was with that sigh?
It was just like, I don't know. I was just catching my breath. Hot day. End of the first inning. Oakland Athletics. It was a hot day. I just had to catch my breath there, buddy. We continue right along with more of the update. The Oakland Athletics, they lead 4-0 at the Toronto Blue Jays. 4-run first. Got other games coming up. The Boston Red Sox, the Royals. Kansas City, of course, has been playing better of late. Red Sox, of course, continuing to own the American League. They are the best team in the American League. Makes me happy. Texas Rangers at the Houston Astros, the Minnesota Twins at the Chicago White Sox, and the final game of the night will be the Milwaukee Brewers at the Seattle Mariners. Let's move over to the National League. Philadelphia Phillies are at the Washington Nationals. San Diego at the Cincinnati Reds. Miami Marlins are at the Atlanta Braves. Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And just for you, Jeff, and everybody, the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have the best record in all of baseball, that would make Wes happy, are at the Colorado Rockies tonight in Coors Field. The New York Mets at the Arizona Diamondbacks. The other game we've got coming up tonight in Major League Baseball, as we stay right with it, the Tampa Bay Rays at the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the final game of the night, the Baltimore Orioles at the San Francisco Giants. In the NBA, of course, as you all know, where's Browning when we need to talk with him? LeBron James, of course, making the big news, of course, with him serving on the jury duty. You know what Paul Pierce was saying? Now he's getting into a little bit of the Brooklyn Nets, New York